Reptilians, their hidden influence and presence among us. Today, I want to share a topic that seems more than likely to me: the existence of other civilizations secretly living among us and influencing global events. For many years, I have been gathering evidence, examples, and artifacts pointing to the presence of reptilians in human history. This is not just fantasy. There are specific cases, events, and even people who dared to speak about this. Ancient evidence and artifacts. Myths and legends often seem far from modern science, but they may hide grains of truth. For example, during excavations in 1933 in Iraq, a strange figurine was found, a snake-like creature with a human body, dated around 5000 BC, from the Sumerian civilization. Known as the Lady of Uruk, this figure has an elongated head, large almond-shaped eyes, and delicate scales, features that resemble the descriptions of reptilians in modern theories. Another curious artifact is the Lady of Kazma, a figurine discovered in Kuwait in 1959 by archaeologist Gerhard Mazakum. This object, around 7,000 years old, shows a figure with reptilian facial features and a human body. The finely carved details and skin texture suggest that this may not just be fantasy, but a realistic image of an ancient being. Real testimonies from famous people. David Icke, a well-known researcher, has dedicated his life to studying reptilians and their influence. He claims that in 1998, he met businessman and media mogul Ted Turner and had a strange conversation with him. According to Icke, Turner hinted at the existence of non-human forces controlling world events. Icke also tells stories about people who saw politicians and celebrities briefly change their appearance. Their eyes would momentarily shift to vertical slits like reptiles. In 2013, an unusual incident happened on television. During an interview, a former intelligence officer named Jonathan Johnson, a pseudonym, who worked for the CIA, claimed that he had seen documents confirming the existence of beings able to change their appearance. According to him, these beings are from an ancient civilization with influence far beyond human understanding. 2 days after the interview, Johnson disappeared from the public eye, and the channel removed the broadcast recording. UFOs preventing nuclear conflict. During the early years of the Cold War, when tension between the US and the USSR was at its peak, a series of incidents occurred that remain mysterious. NASA astronaut Edgar Mitchell, a well-known believer in extraterrestrial life, stated that UFOs interfered with nuclear testing in the 1960s to prevent possible conflict. According to Mitchell, extraterrestrial forces at times disabled nuclear missiles, possibly to stop a dangerous arms race. These interferences are just one of many examples suggesting that forces from space might be keeping balance in our world, preventing disasters. Chernobyl, UFOs over a nuclear power plant. During the tragic events at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in 1986, several workers claimed to have seen an unusual object hovering in the sky above the damaged reactor. Witnesses said the object emitted a light visible even through the thick cloud of radiation. Some believe this presence may have prevented a more severe explosion that could have affected the whole world. Workers near the disaster's epicenter recalled the glowing figure as if it was reducing the radiation level, preventing even worse consequences. Mysterious broadcast takeover in the UK, 1977. In November 1977, a British TV channel's broadcast was suddenly interrupted. Instead of regular programming, viewers heard a voice introducing itself as a representative of the Galactic Command. The unknown speaker warned humanity of nuclear dangers and called for peace. To this day, the incident remains unexplained, and technical experts could not find how the mysterious signal hijacked the broadcast. Rumors of extraterrestrial interference grew, and the story remains shrouded in mystery. contact between forces of light and the U.S. in the 1950s. In the early 1950s, rumors spread about mysterious meetings between U.S. officials and beings from the forces of light who supposedly came from another planet. One of the most famous stories is about President Dwight Eisenhower, who reportedly met with aliens at a secret base. According to some witnesses, they discussed principles of peace and cooperation. Although there is no official proof, believers think these contacts may have influenced the direction of U.S. foreign policy. Modern incidents, glitches in human appearance. In 2014, something unusual happened on a live MSNBC broadcast. Arizona Governor Jan Brewer was giving a speech, and viewers noticed her eyes briefly appeared with vertical pupils. The broadcast clip quickly spread online, but the channel claimed it was a lighting issue. However, conspiracy theorists believe this was a glitch that revealed her reptilian nature. Why are they among us? Perhaps reptilians have important reasons for remaining among humans. They may be keeping technology at a certain level, controlling our development. For example, after the mid-20th century, when humanity first ventured into space, the pace of scientific progress suddenly slowed. Some theorists suggest that reptilians took control of scientific achievements at that moment to keep humanity within their influence. Conclusion: these accounts and artifacts may sound like fantasy, but I am convinced they hold some truth. Of course, these are my personal conclusions, and each of us may find our own truth in these stories. Is there an ancient and powerful civilization hidden from us? I believe it is more than possible, and this is only the beginning. More intriguing stories and astonishing discoveries await us.